Shalom, this is Highlighter, and I want to share with you what our Creator has revealed to me. Whether you believe in our Creator or not, but I want my brothers and sisters in Messiah to see what Yahweh is revealing. But those who do not believe, I want you to see that our Creator, He cares for us, and He wants to expose the things that are hidden, that you might trust in Him and His Son who He sent. There's a couple of problems with this picture in front of you. One is the anti-Messiah is absurd, and also the Lucifer is from the root word meaning. It means to be clear, and clear is what they call meth, or on the streets. Excuse me, the drugs out there on the streets that everybody's learning to love. And how are they learning to love it? Well, I remember our former president, Joe Biden, his son was on TV. They were advertising meth on the White House. Yes, the White House was advertising the use of meth in parties, and to be gay, and to do what you want to do, and have just to live like the Black Widow. That's what they taught, which is a symbol of lawlessness. And that's what you see right there in front of you. The spirit of lawlessness is increasing, and that's what we see in all the world. It's not just the protesters that are gathering together to form an image of being excessiveness, but it's on both sides, because the spirit of the world is leading the world. Whether you're a police officer or you're a protester, without Messiah Yahshua, the spirit of the world is going to lead you into being lawlessness and to be excessiveness. And the world is protesting right now against ICE, and ICE is a code word for meth, because these people, they love their drugs. But Yahweh is our judge. They think Bruce Lee will save them, but you can't use the physical strength to fight. These powers are too great. And it's not the physical powers. This is a different protest from the past year, but I wanted to show you the attitude of the people is no secret. Right now, Israel and Iran is fighting. Right now, there are people on the streets that are protesting. They say it's a protesting against ICE, but no, it's not protesting against ICE. That's very clear. They're protesting against our Maker, Israel, and His Son, His Messiah Yahshua. Here is Mexico. Right there is the number 8, and right there is a chevron. This right here, this red piece right here, creates the V shape. That's the idol right there. And then her colors are the female black widow spider. They are infected, as all the world is infected. And they have a female leader, a female president. A perfect picture of the female black widow spider. And the more you feed her, the fatter she gets. You feed her drugs like meth to live luxuriously. Donald Trump says about America being wealthy and rich. Well, of course America is going to be wealthy and rich because of all the idols. It's the idols that are making America rich, because Yahweh set that power over the nations for them to do Baal worship. But those idols will also make America poor. So it's up to the choice of the people and what direction they want to go. And it's up to our church leaders for them to repent of their idolatry, because they are making America weak. They are leading America into idolatry. I've shown this symbol right here on the scarf is the cross shape and on the diamond. This is what's the problem right there. The female black widow spider, Inanna, who is a consort of Baal, who the world is worshiping with their idolatry, that affects the whole nation, that affects the world. Like right there. Right there. These little arrows, that's the number 3. This is the idol, 8 and 3. And then here, the female, and the female black widow spider colors. That's what's protesting right now, is the acolytes of Inanna, of Lucifer, who are performing lawlessness, being excessive, and living in sin. And we can say thank you for the churches for teaching the world to be lawless and to teaching the world to be excessive, to have no boundaries, to cross all boundaries, to do what you want to do, to have female pastors when the churches say not to do that, but you do it anyway. Like Mike Todd has got 4 female pastors. All the corruption in churches, all that, it's going to leave the world without hope. But I'm going to show that there is hope, because I have survived all kinds of things. And this is the ministry Yahweh's given to me, is preparing me to share that with others. That don't look at the churches, look to his son as an example. Here she's wearing the cloth. I forgot how you pronounce the name of it. Kaffiyeh scarf. And she is the poster girl for protesting, supporting Palestine. And they're wearing this here cloth on the streets. They're not protesting against ICE, they're protesting against Israel, and they're protesting against America. And they should leave America if they're going to act like that. Here's a Kaffiyeh cloth. It's worn by Palestinians, by the peasants, to protect from the sun. But look right here, it is used as a symbol of Palestinian nationalism and resistance. So it's a symbol of resistance, and that's why many of them are wearing it. But it's for the Palestinians, so they should leave America, actually. They should leave America. You're going to support Palestine and to war in our streets like that? It's a marker of resistance. You don't go on the streets of America to resist the law. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Well, actually I do. But the thing about the protest is that they spit at the cops, they throw bricks at the cops, they blow up their cars, but guess what the cops did? They stood there and showed them the love from above, because they did not return the same thing to them. And that's what they need to see and to understand. That just as Messiah did, he stood there silently while they slapped him and spit on him and beat him, and he did not return the same thing to them, because he is one who follows the laws of Yahweh and the ways of our Maker. But the world, they follow the way of the black widow. This cloth is blank. You see, there ain't no markings on that cloth. 1910 photograph. The Kaffiyeh, he's wearing this. He's a Palestinian shepherd. And here, this right here, they've got rocks in their hands. Look at them. Lucifer is going to destroy their lives because they are blindly following the wrong leader. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And right below it is a chevron. That's not exaggerating. The idols built into our world. That's why Yahweh says in his words through his son Yahshua, he says, in Revelations 18:4, to come out of her, my people, because this world system is built on idols. This is 8 and Chevron. That's not the only place. You see it right here. There's 8 of these, and this here forms a V shape right there. The 2 lines come together, that is a V shape. Idols all over the world. And my belief is that the next event in world history will be that our Messiah will return with fire and destroy these idols in all of the land. So people need to be warned. If I'm not correct, I mean, if I am correct, people need to be warned regardless. But how urgent is it? Because these idols, when he sets up the kingdom, there will not be no idols anywhere, but we will be standing, because Daniel did not get burnt. Daniel did not get ate up by the lion. But these poor people who are being misled, they will not survive it unless they repent and receive our Messiah. Here it is, the block. Pyramid, or not the pyramid, the diamond shape, and there's a cross right there. Where Yahweh sent me to is the land is covered with idols everywhere. I walked down the street on Passover looking for a Passover lamb, and all I could find was ham, because I'm in the land I live in is Catholics, Jesuits and Catholics. And they brought the idol and the idols all over the city. But you always give me answers that the land is cursed because of Baal worship. The patterns do mean something. It means that the people are being cursed. I've shown in the previous videos, this is witchcraft. In the video on the 6 religions, if you search for 6 religions, you'll see that those religions include Haitian voodoo and witchcraft, Wicca. Even the sigil of Lucifer is a match to this idol. And here it is on a local hotel. Because they want the power of the enemy. They want the power of the enemy over these people. Hotels, people get killed. There's human trafficking, drug deals going on, prostitution. And this idol right there will actually help all of them. Because you're always given the authority of the enemy over the nations in this particular way. But when I read scriptures, it's Yahshua Messiah who has authority over nations. It was given to him. And it's because of him that I can see what they are hiding, and that I would know that truly Yahshua Messiah, he does have power over the nations. If they had any power, they would be able to hide this from me. I'm just a servant. My last name means small and little. I'm not going to tell you details now. You can see the testimonies, parts 1 through 5. That he has chosen just an average person to reveal this, to reveal his power, that we would know and to trust that his son does have power over the nations. And here it is with world leaders. The Taliban, you see, look at that floor. That's a diamond shape. And there's an X shape right there. I've spoke before that much of the old world of Tartaria Kingdom and the old world had these idols on their walls, wallpaper everywhere. You can search for wallpaper in Google, search for keyword wallpaper 1800s, and you'll see examples of how excessive that was. But not anymore, because during the wars they've been bombing and blowing it up, and now the evidence is the evidence has been destroyed. But that has not stopped the world from worshiping their idols. But Yahweh will put an end to it, because His kingdom is not built upon idols, but the world system, it is built upon idols. Because Lucifer has been given the kingdoms to offer to the kings of the world, and the kings of the world, Revelation 17, 1 and 2, they lay with Inanna, the mother of harlots. And here is a proof of it, because Inanna is the consort of Baal, and this is the idol, points to that. I've seen the idol with the Sumerians many times. There's the previous video I showed. This right here is the same thing. This right here is an artifact of the Sumerians, and there is the idol right there, the diamond and the cross inside of it. And the Jesuits spread that to the whole world, in Peru, into Mexico, New Mexico, all over the world. The introduction for the beekeeper, I showed this in the previous video. On the wall again, on this wall right there, and in the video game Diablo, right there, the cross and the diamond, same thing. But just to make sure that they put the idol on the neck, because the neck has 8 V shapes. There's 8 of these in the V. It's the same thing as this right here. Leaders need to prepare your flock and to get them set apart and align with Yahweh our Maker as much as possible, and to stop honoring Inanna by the number 8 and Easter and the pagan feast. There is the idol, 8, and the chevron, 8 and 3. And you see, that's a black widow, and so is this right here, right there, next to the kings of the earth. Next to the kings of the earth, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter which side, every side's been infected. Here again, a female, black and red, next to our leaders. Only Yahweh knows what's in the hearts of leaders. Who knows what? Either they agree with it or they don't. And this is how Lucifer is ruling all the nations and making it known, because man looks to the outer appearance, but Yahweh looks into the heart. This man, may Yahweh bless his soul, this man right here is surrounded by wolves. And I pray that he come to believe in the true Messiah who rose on the 7th day, the true one. Because that spider has 8 legs, just like the false religion, just like Inanna and the Sumerians. Another example, our kings are with the black widow. Even here, God's not dead. Look at there, she's got a Bible in her hand representing Lucifer, a female black widow spider. And Yahweh has led me all these years, since 2004. After I had an infestation of black widows in my apartment or my house in Mexico, and Yahweh started revealing to me things about it. And when I seen the constellation of Orion match the black widow, I stopped and scratched my head, and I thought, there's something about this, and so I'm going to hold on to it by my faith and let Yahweh show to me what He wants to show to me, but I'm not going to forget it. And so He has led me this far, and He can be trusted, even though things don't look right. So she's wearing the cloth on her, the diamond and the cross inside the middle. That's what this is. It's a way to hide the idol. There are countless ways to represent the idol. And in the past videos, if I'm showing something that might not seem right, but the point is, that the Spirit will hide within, even within our faith, and use our symbols to represent their idol. Like right here, there are 4 buttons right there. Only Yahweh knows her intentions, but her name is Rita, and she's from Iran. And if she wanted to represent Lucifer to others that know her, then she would have this right here to show the idol. Because the enemy cannot be trusted, no leaders can be trusted, but it's the Spirit of Yahweh who leads us. And when I show as Yahweh provides the way, the accountant part 2 review, I'm going to show you that many people are wearing this same shirt as I'm doing the review. The left versus the right. So this cloth represents a symbol of resistance of the Palestinian people. But they're in America protesting. Somebody needs to teach these people how to protest. And there are victims too. You see this young lady, I can look and see, and like, I don't think she's a violent killer. She could be. You never know. She might have a bomb. But from the outer appearance, it shows to me that she has a family, and she wants to protest peacefully. And that's what they should be doing, protesting peacefully. But now, as we have these protests increasing, I thought, well, I watched the Mission Impossible movie, and I read the script for the Mission Impossible movie, and it says, get rid of the old think and set up a super state. Okay, well, how are you gonna create a super state? How are you gonna get soldiers all across the United States? I started questioning myself. How are they gonna pull that off? Well, easy. Protest in all the cities, and then you'll have military in all the states to fulfill the false prophecy in the Mission Impossible 7, because the Jesuits, Freemasons, the Mormons, the Roman Catholics, they are led by the anti-Messiah, and they are the false prophet spirit that manipulates the world's events. Now that we have enough migrants in the United States, guess what? They close the doors. We don't need no more. Because now with all these migrants, guess what? They are going to align themselves to the Roman Catholic Church, to the Jesus who rose on the 8th day and not the 7th day true Messiah. That way it becomes darker in America, and you'll have the Protestants will be fewer, and it's going to become darker in America. But Yahweh's the one who's glorified, because He is the one who made it all, and He's the one who does it all. And it's by Him and through His Son that I can see these things. And there you go. That's the one. There's your teacher right there. Your teacher who is teaching people how to protest, to become violent, to become lawless, to rise up against authorities. I'm going to tell you something right now. In prison, guess what? They're not going to protest. And there's the idol right there on them. And that's why they wear it. It has the power is over them. Lucifer has power over the nations. Everybody's been deceived at some point or another. We've all been deceived. And then he makes a mockery of our leaders. Whether you agree with our leaders, you're not supposed to do these things to our leaders. Like they did with Joe Biden, falling down a bicycle and eating ice cream, dishonoring our leaders. You dishonor your nation. One time I got mad at our country, and I made an expression. I said I was gonna burn the flag. I would not actually burn it, but I was mad at our country. But that's another matter, a private matter. Death to the ICE, and they said death to America as well. By acting out like that, it gave them excuse to show the force of America against the people. From the outer appearance, it seems that Trump is trying to show America become strong and the strength of our nation. But death to America, you see that? The rioters hack up pavement and pelt rocks at ICE police amid death to America taunts. And this is where they learned it from. This is from a movie, and this here message says death to America on it. It came from this movie here, Leave the World Behind. So the filmmakers are still continuing to teach people these things. And so now people go to the streets and repeat what they see in the movies. I did when I was a child, and many people still do. This is from the same movie, a white line. When a person sees that, they might think that represents light and goodness, because the lion refers to Jesus, and white is goodness, is a white line. You know, forget what that says, because that's a big, giant, fat black widow right there. There's their idol, black with a little red. And what do you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your idol. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1, 2, 3. The charge is against you and against everybody in America and against everybody in this world. The charge is greed. That's the charge. But I was forgiven by the blood of our Messiah, because Lucifer crossed boundaries. That's what the whole world system is about. It's about greed. It's built on greed. Lucifer wanted to take a position that did not belong to him. That's why we too are on guard not to try to do things that we're not called to do. Look at them set up. This is the idol right there. There's no questions about it. Especially we have the black widow behind them. These are Nazis. The nations. All the nations are Nazis, says Yahweh, and they're showing the evidence of it. And here's the scarf in public. You see they are protesting using the Kaffiyeh scarf. Look here, it says Democrat politicians summon a mob to unleash riots on Los Angeles. And who here is a Democrat politician is what it says, who unleashed the riots in LA. So I looked and seen this is the Gavin Newsom is the Democrat. He's the governor. And as I was looking, I found out he's Catholic, and he went to a Jesuit university. And there is your idol, right there, 8 and 3. In all the religions, in all the world, in public, in politics and government, in all the religions, in the films, and the filmmakers are putting this in there. Because planet Earth is cursed, and there's 8 million or 8 billion people, and 8 is a picture of being fat. The world is ready to burn, and it's unbelievable what Yahweh's showing. Look up your number for Strong's 19, Strong's H8083, Strong's H8083. 83 is 8 and 3, and Strong's number 8083 is a word for the number 8, the cardinal number 8, which is fat. 8080 is fat, but 8083 is the cardinal number 8. And that's the number the world worships. And the 8th day of judgment, guess what? It's the number 8. Unbelievable how Yahweh is very awesome and his powers are very great and has kept me safe and protected me all this time and has taught me to trust and to fear only him and to show me his terrifying powers which is very true. It's unbelievable the things that he does and the things he shows. Our safety is in him and our trust is in him, his son, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who is Yahshua the Messiah. He is true and trustworthy, because by him and his sacrifice we can see these things and know these things for the perfection and protection of the saints. Look at this guy right here. What do you see right there? He's trying to cast out demons, and he's got the idol on him right there. Yahweh Gar Ha Satan Bashim Yahshua Mahashik. You know, these leaders are rebuked, and they better listen to what these messengers are out there warning people. I don't expect many of them to warn or to hear anything I'm saying. They don't need to hear me, because all I have to do is report to Yahweh what I see. That's the secret of the power of the resurrection of our Messiah. I go to Yahweh. Look, Father, look, Yahweh, look what I see. He is the only one that I need to report to, because after that, judgment will come. And it has. When Turkey had the earthquake in Turkey, there were 50 million people died. And I told him, look what I see, Yahweh. Look what I see, Father. I see the idol in Turkey, and 50 million people died. And where did I see that again? At a gay bar. Club Q, I believe it was called, and 5 people died. And what did I see? I seen the idol there. Warn the people. That's what you do if you are a leader. If you are not a leader, if you're not a believer, I want you to put your trust that our Messiah gave his life for us, and he is the only hope we have. To repent, to turn to him, be baptized in his name, not in the Trinity, but the name of his son Jesus, or Yahshua, if that's your conviction. And this right here, you can print this out and give it to all your your Palestinian friends or anybody on the streets, that they would see that this right here, Iran emblem, it is the same idol of Baal. It is the idol is 8, and down at the bottom is 3. A match to the fat female black widow spider that Yahweh has made to put to shame their idol, because their idol is worthless. That's why it matches the black widow, to put them to shame. And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Share this message. Help them to see the words of our Maker are true and trustworthy, and they should do his words. Get those female pastors to submit to Yahweh, to be humble, because the females are also a picture of Lucifer, because that's why they're more beautiful than we are. They are shinier than we are. They want to speak out and be loud and to act a fool. It's natural. These are parts of our sin nature, but our Father is very true. There are 28 chromosomes in the female black widow spider, and there are 26 for the male. Now you tell me which one wants to be greater than the male. That's the power of the resurrection of Messiah that has done that and revealed it. If my people are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and forgive their sins and will heal their land. There's no way to go wrong if our people in the churches would hear his words and to do them and teach other people to do it. I pray this will bless you and to help you to see some of the dangers that we face. Right now, Yahweh is calling people back to him, and he's obviously through his work, and he's showing the idol in the world, and only he knows what else is in store. But our peace and safety is in him through the blood of his Son, and there is a hope for the nations. Shalom to you.